In an effort to support the growth of small and medium enterprises, SMEs, KEPSA, in collaboration with Plast Group, organised a half-day private sector exchange learning session. This event took place at the Plast Group headquarters in Industrial Area, Nairobi, as part of the Jiinue Growth Program, JGP. Benchmarking tours are a powerful tool for organisations looking to enhance their processes, products or services. And we had the chance to speak to the CEO of Plast Group, who also doubles up as KEPSA board member in charge of SMEs and startup. Just like any company, Plast Group started somewhere.
I started Plast Group almost 18 years ago. It's a family-owned group. It's owned by me and my husband, and I have recently now brought on board 2 of my sons. Before Plast Group, I worked for Telecom Kenya. I'm a trained telecommunication engineer, and I worked for Telecom Kenya for 15 years. And then we started Plast Group. The journey of Plast Group was a journey of discussing that we want to do something, not very sure what we wanted to do. My husband was working for a printing press, so we agreed that we could start with printing because he had a bit of a background of the printing. Our first entity is Line Art Solution, and Line Art Solution is a printing press where we are majoring in label printings. As we are working and looking at the challenges we were getting that time, we realized that there was a huge gap in the packaging, and after 7 years of printing, we started the packaging, and we are majoring in plastic packaging, plastic containers. And the group has also grown from printing and the packaging. We have then introduced a cosmetic manufacturing line where we are doing body care, and we're also doing cleaning and disinfecting solution for different industries that we are working with. So it has been a journey of resilience and being innovative. And I think one of the things that I'm very proud on how it is that we have grown the group is by being innovative in how it is that we interact with our staff. We do on-job trainings, and the reason why we've done a lot of on-job trainings is because me not being an expert in entrepreneurship or even in manufacturing, as I learn, I then have embraced to walk my team into learning. So within our 400 people, we have created ourselves not an employee-employer relationship, but we have really tried to create a family relationship. A family relationship where my team knows that I may be the owner of the businesses, but they also own the businesses because this is where they get their daily bread. I've been a beneficiary of a program that the government has been running in the country that is called KEPSA. It's a project that has been supported by World Bank. And we were in cohort 2, and the support that we got was bringing in and buying in some machinery so that we can be able to improve our efficiency. We had a lot of manual processes, so they supported us to buy machinery for improving our efficiency in manufacturing. They also helped us and supported us in market survey and market study to understand the position where our brand is, and also see how it is that we can be able to scale. They have also supported us to comply with the environmental requirement so that our wastewater is not going into the sewer before it is treated. So those 3 interventions. We all have extra supplies in terms of the investments that we have made, that what can be used. It can be a business model that we can embrace as private sector, opening our doors to inspire others in different sectors. I have seen, and this is what we are doing with the study tours, having big organizations. The last study tour was at Bidco, and Bidco, they were able to open up their door to inspire the SMEs. So they learn and they see that we started small and where we are. Bidco could be bigger than me. I will learn from Bidco. The SMEs will learn from me. Bidco will be learning from another person. So we learn from each other and we inspire the SMEs as they are growing. When I started my business, it was 100% the same. I didn't know the dynamics of manufacturing, but I got into manufacturing. And what then meant that time is that I made very wrong decisions. And I'll give an example. Wrong decisions because I was copying what I thought others were doing or what the market was doing. But I did not understand the full dynamics of the operations. So it then means that my investment, and I give an example in terms of pricing. I would get my bottles, not knowing how to do the costing, but I am told that a certain company A, B, they are selling their bottles at this price. Then I'll pick that price and sell my bottle at that price, not knowing the operational costs, where they are sourcing their raw material. And because then I don't have capacity to do the costing, I ended up a lot of time under costing my products. It means that I may not realize that loss on day one, but cumulatively in a year, you sit down, then you realize that what you've been doing is zero business. So copying what the market is doing without understanding the dynamics, I think that was one of my biggest challenge. Getting the cultures of other businesses because of even how it is that I sourced my stuff. So I could pick stuffs from other companies because I'm thinking they know or they have learned from the other businesses and they would bring that knowledge to me. Then it then means that if I pick different people working from different 5 companies, I have 5 different cultures within my businesses, which is not right. Because it then means that you don't have a culture and you don't have a direction. So I had to sit down and reflect myself and know that I'm the driver of my business. Create and have clarity of the vision of where I want to take my business and my people. The things that I didn't know, I had to start learning. I didn't have a background of entrepreneurship learning. I went to Strathmore Business School. There's a program that is called the Owner Management Program. And I remember the time I was doing that Owner Management Program. The question was, do I go back and do a business plan? Because I did not even have a business plan. We woke up every day to do something. Tomorrow, something changes. We don't even document because we don't have a plan or a journey of where we are going. And this is a lot of work that SMEs are doing. The business plan may sound just like a paper or a book, but it's the guide that guides an SME to know where to go. So how then I started even dealing with my team, from the sales to the operator, making them understand that it's like a circle that is contributing to make this engine of the business moving together, so that I don't operate with people who are working in silos. I've been in sessions and I've listened something that sometimes I thought it was a joke when people say that you can get the wrong money. And people ask, what is wrong money in a business? So if I get money and I pick all my money, I put it into CAPEX. And CAPEX, I mean I go and buy machinery. Then I don't have money for working capital to operate. Then my capital investment will be idle because I don't have money to buy my raw material. So if I don't get the running to understand how to balance my capital investment, my working capitals, then it will be different. One of the advice and the thing that has really helped me to grow in the organization is credibility. Credibility means I'm working with suppliers and they give me debt. Giving me debt, if it is 30 days, I'm able to pay. Economy is hard. Sometimes I'm not able to pay. But I should be honorable enough, or I should be the one looking for my supplier and tell my supplier that there's a delay in my collection. Give me another extra 1 week and I'll be able to pay. But imagine if I run away because I don't have money today. Then tomorrow I need the same supplier, or I go to another supplier. Then the word goes round that Mary does not pay her debts. It will get into a level that nobody can give you goods on credit. I've talked about my 3 businesses, and the 3 businesses have helped me to create flexibility. And flexibility can be looked at in different ways. When you're having challenges, you look and evaluate your business, and you're those ones of like, this business is not working. Why is it not working? If it is really not working, stop it and ask yourself, what else can I be able to do? Then look at what informed you to do that business. Did I do it because somebody else is doing it? And then you're getting into the challenge of what I talked about, that you're doing it and you're learning from what the others are doing. So you really have not put your time in understanding that business, why you're doing it, and the dynamics of doing it. If the mathematics are not mathing, literally just stop it and rethink. That is flexibility. The reason why I am in printing, I am in packaging, and I'm now in cosmetics. And my cosmetic model is completely different from maybe another organization that is doing the cosmetics. So I'm not doing cosmetics because somebody else is doing cosmetics. I'm doing cosmetics in a model that speaks to my group of companies. So you have then must look at what is your unique value proposition of your product. We could be selling the same product, but different unique value proposition. Your unique value proposition could be that this is organic, it's handmade, and it is even the fact that I am supporting you in your business is a unique value proposition. There are many opportunities for young people. There are many opportunities for women. There are many opportunities for SMEs. Me being a woman, me being a young person or an SME is the ticket that opens the door for me for that opportunity. But when the door is open for that opportunity for me, what I do there is not because I'm a woman or I'm an SME. It is then start developing the credibility of what promise I am or to deliver my promise. As I've explained to you that I'm in manufacturing and we are doing packaging for different industries, it then means that all what we are doing or we are selling to different industries as packaging, it is in products that end up into the environment. Today in Kenya we have what is called the Sustainable Waste Management Act, which requires every producer or manufacturer to be responsible of their packaging waste, even beyond their production when it goes to the consumer. So in the effort of trying to support my clients and my passion in environment, and my passion in environment came in the year 2017. I was recognized by the UN as the UN Person of the Year, runners-up, and my recognition was for earlier what I talked about on-job trainings and apprenticeship programs that we do within my environment, with my businesses. And because I'm manufacturing plastics, I'm manufacturing labels, which is paper waste that is going out there, I made a commitment to be an environment ambassador. And being an environment ambassador, because I'm not an environmentalist, I'm an entrepreneur, then I got into developing enterprises within the waste management space. So we develop entrepreneurs through an initiative that we call Takataka ni Mali. Started as a CSR for the group, but right now we have registered it as an NGO and we are working with other different development partners. I work with county governments. Our effort is to create enterprises and show them opportunity within the waste management. Circular economy is diverse, but we are specific on circularity of our waste. And circularity of our waste means that if I take care of my waste well, it is raw material for another industry. Imagine your plastics. If you collect all your plastics, it is raw material for a recycling industry that is recycling plastic. I have a program that I am working through Takataka ni Mali, where we collect the plastics. The plastics that we collect, we link the people who are collecting with our partner, Mr. Green. So Mr. Green buys those plastics. Then we go back to Mr. Green and we buy the recycled pallets, and we use those recycled pallets to make containers with recycled plastics. So a whole circular, from collection to recycling to converting that into a product. So Takataka ni Mali initiative is my purpose project to create impact for the group. Because I am selling, I am supporting SMEs, but the real impact for me where we are finding is through Takataka ni Mali. Today, the investor is conscious that we want people who are also environmental and socially conscious so that we can be able to invest in them. Not just the investor, even the consumer. Consumers are making decisions for businesses that are also environmental and social conscious. I offered myself in service, in the leadership service for the private sector. Offering myself to be the chair then of the SME club has helped me to work with KEPSA, and we have grown it now we grew it into a sector board, and now it is a board position that I'm sitting in, helping to map the development of SMEs in Kenya. We now have a ministry. By the time we were doing that, we did not even have an SME ministry. And I remember in some of the conversation we were thinking as private sector, should we ask the government that we need a ministry? And getting a ministry, you're saying maybe we already have too many ministries. Is it viable? But you can imagine policy, as KEPSA, what we do is to advocate for good policies and regulations for the country. And success for that then help that we have a ministry that is focusing on SME, how to scale. I've given my journey being at KEPSA, working with the bigger organizations, with multinationals, learning by just looking and seeing how it is that they are being successful in systems and operation has also helped me. So as I'm serving, I'm interacting, I'm networking, I'm learning, then I take those learnings, I'm able to implement them, and my business also has grown. KEPSA is an environment of business people. And one of the things that I'm very grateful to KEPSA about is opening the doors to SMEs. Even for me before, the perception was that KEPSA is for big organizations. But opening doors for SME and SMEs from across all the sectors. And I know we have other BMOs that are specific for different sectors. But KEPSA brings all the BMOs from across the sector. It then means that it develops a platform for networking across the sectors. An example, if I'm in manufacturing, I need logistics services. So at KEPSA, I'm able to interact with the sector or even understand the people who are in the logistics sector. I need IT, I get them there. I need education. You can cut across all the sectors within KEPSA. So you can network and understand what happens. We are trying also to see how it is that we can unlock markets. And when I talk about unlocking markets, we have different programs that gives you information of what is happening out there for the markets. I may not take your product and take them to another market, but I give you exposure to understand what is happening in that market. That is unlocking market, but you must be ready. And this is also why we are doing trainings. We train you to be able to embrace those opportunities that we are bringing or we are unlocking for you. We are talking of access to finance. And right now we are doing a lot of finance literacy training so that you're able to know, how do I need to prepare myself so that I'm investor lady? Somebody can be able to give me money. How do I keep my books? How do I make decisions when I make this money? So accessing those trainings is what we are giving you at KEPSA. But the most important thing, and that is the value for being an SME at KEPSA, is that you interact with different SMEs from across all the sector. At the Kenya Private Sector Alliance, we have opened our doors for SME, and our focus is to scale the SME. And how we have aligned ourselves in scaling is that we are understanding and advocating for policies that will help the SMEs in this country to scale, but also at the farm level. We do a lot of capacity building program for your innovations, for your finance literacy, for your processes. So we need you to come on board and be part of those training. We also do, through the Jiinue program, we are giving you access to money. Money is critical. We are training you and we are giving you access to money that is less in terms of cost and easy to access. That we are not asking you for all the different collaterals that you would require. So take advantage of such opportunities. We have other programs like what we call the Ajira program, where we are giving you and training you on how it is that you can introduce or leverage on digital skills on how it is that you're doing business. Be part of this. Join KEPSA SME, be part of the family to learn and take advantage of the opportunities that we are bringing to you. We are taking people across the country. If you have seen, we are not just training and benchmarking from Nairobi, but we are going to across the country so that we are able to reach the SMEs who are in the counties. We've been to Mombasa, we've been to Kericho, we've been to Nyeri, and where you are, if we have not come, we are coming there. So be part of us so that we can grow together.